Burns J.W. & Company, Incorporated, New York held its position in BlackRock Incorporated, New York Stock Exchange BLK, during the third quarter, Holdings Channel reports. The institutional investor owned 1,006 shares of the company's stock at the end of the third quarter. Burns J.W. & Company, Incorporated, New York's holdings in BlackRock were worth $365,000 at the end of the most recent quarter. A number of other institutional investors have also recently bought and sold shares of the stock. Ropes Wealth Advisors LLC raised its position in shares of BlackRock by 0.3% in the second quarter. Ropes Wealth Advisors LLC now owns 388 shares of the company's stock valued at $133,000 after buying an additional 1 shares in the last quarter. HBK Sorce Advisory LLC raised its position in shares of BlackRock by 0.8% in the second quarter. HBK Sorce Advisory LLC now owns 608 shares of the company's stock valued at $208,000 after buying an additional 5 shares in the last quarter. Burke and Herbert Bank and Trust Company raised its position in shares of BlackRock by 0.5% in the second quarter. Burke and Herbert Bank and Trust Company now owns 1,249 shares of the company's stock valued at $428,000 after buying an additional 6 shares in the last quarter. Private Bank and Trust Company raised its position in shares of BlackRock by 0.6% in the second quarter. Private Bank and Trust Company now owns 1,331 shares of the company's stock valued at $456,000 after buying an additional 8 shares in the last quarter. Finally, Dorsey and Whitney Trust Co. LLC raised its position in shares of BlackRock by 0.7% in the second quarter. Dorsey and Whitney Trust Co. LLC now owns 1,655 shares of the company's stock valued at $567,000 after buying an additional 12 shares in the last quarter. Institutional investors own 80.66% of the company's stock. Institutional ownership by quarter for BlackRock, New York Stock Exchange BLK, shares of BlackRock Incorporated, New York Stock Exchange BLK, traded up 0.38% during midday trading on Friday, reaching $372.78. 468,931 shares of the company were exchanged. BlackRock Incorporated has a 12-month low of $280.55 and a 12-month high of $380.30. The firm has a market capitalization of $61.08 billion, a price-to-earnings ratio of 19.58, and a beta of 1.65. The company's 50-day moving average is $354.22, and its 200-day moving average is $357.67. This article was originally published by, and is the sole property of Zolmax. If you happen to be reading this article on another website, it was stolen and illegally republished in violation of U.S. and international copyright law. The original version of this story can be read at http://zolmax.com/investing/BlackRock-inc-buy-w-burns-buy-w-13003.html. BlackRock, New York Stock Exchange BLK, last posted its earnings results on Tuesday, October 18. The company reported $5.14 EPS for the quarter, topping analysts' consensus estimates of $4.98 by 16 cents. BlackRock had a net margin of 28.59% and a return on equity of 11.04%. The business had revenue of $2.84 billion for the quarter, compared to analysts' expectations of $1.01 billion. During the same period in the previous year, the company posted $5 earnings per share. The business's revenue for the quarter was down 2.5% compared to the same quarter last year. Analysts predict that BlackRock Incorporated will post $19.26 EPS for the current year. Several brokerages have recently commented on BLK. Argus restated a buy rating and issued a $400 price objective on shares of BlackRock in a report on Friday, October 21. Wells Fargo & Company reaffirmed a market perform rating on shares of BlackRock in a research note on Friday, October 21. Citigroup Incorporated reaffirmed a buy rating on shares of BlackRock in a research note on Friday, October 21. Zacks Investment Research raised shares of BlackRock from a hold rating to a buy rating and set a $410 target price on the stock in a research note on Monday, September 19. Finally, Jefferies Group reaffirmed a hold rating on shares of BlackRock in a research note on Friday, August 5. 7 investment analysts have rated the stock with a hold rating and 9 have issued a buy rating to the company. The stock has an average rating of buy and a consensus target price of $387.80. In other news, Director William S. Demchak bought 1,200 shares of BlackRock stock in a transaction dated Thursday, October 27. The shares were acquired at an average cost of $341.11 per share, with a total value of $409,332. Following the completion of the transaction, the director now owns 1,200 shares in the company, valued at approximately $409,332. The purchase was disclosed in a document filed with the SEC, which can be accessed through the SEC website. Also, Director Mark McCombs sold 1,400 shares of the business's stock in a transaction on Tuesday, August 30. The stock was sold at an average price of $374.92 for a total transaction of $524,888. The disclosure for this sale can be found here. Insiders own 2.20% of the company's stock. BlackRock Company Profile. BlackRock Incorporated is an investment management company. The company provides a range of investment and risk management services to institutional and retail clients across the world. Its offerings include single and multi-asset class portfolios investing in equities, fixed income, alternatives, and money market instruments.